60 years ago, on February 12, 1962, a story of an enduring friendship began with a journey across the Pacific to the island of Izo, Oshima. Thomas Cook, better known as Lofty Cook, chairman and executive officer of the Board of Supervisors of the County of Hawaii, traveled to the island of Izo, Oshima. Oshima, which means the Big Island, is the largest of the Izo Islands. Chairman Cook met with Toyonosuke Fuji, the first mayor of Oshima Island. Together, they established the Sister City Agreement between their two islands and thus began a friendship that lasted for 6 decades. This tiki was presented to Mayor Fuji and the people of Oshima as the first omiyage from the island of Hawaii.
清水豊介と申します。ホテル椿園の代表取締役をやってますけれども、椿園は8年前の土砂災害で流されまして、今は休業中です。商工会の副会長もやらせていただいています。姉妹島の交流はですね、うちの祖父が初代町長藤井豊之助で、1963年ですか、ハワイ島と締結した後、ホテル椿園を初代の町長の藤井豊之助が開業したんですけども、その時にハワイ島広島からこのプレートをいただきまして、でこれがハワイ島に入る時の鍵だそうです。
4 months after the signing of the agreement, Mayor Fuji brought a delegation to Hawaii County for their first goodwill visit. In May 1964, Oshima Deputy Mayor Shoji Onishi brought a large contingent to Hawaii for yet another official visit. And in August, Hawaii County reciprocated the visit by sending a hula halau to Oshima. In June of 1966, a large contingent of students from Hilo High School's Glee Club made a trip to Japan that included a visit to Oshima Island.
The choir director at that time was James Battles. He came to the 1966 choir, talked to them about it, and they got all excited. And then they wanted to go out and start raising money. And my husband was the president at the time and said, well, we want to go. So they started fundraising and went to businesses and got donations. And at the very end, there was a little bit left that they needed. They went to Helene Hill. She was the chairperson and talked to the county council, and they came through. Mr. Battles calls me on Oahu and said, would you like to go and chaperone? And so I said, of course. The first photo is of Japan Airlines and all of us going up the stairs and with our sign. My husband's holding one side and the director, Jim Battles, was holding the other side, and we're all there. Our first performance was in the Mitsukoshi department store on the Ginza. We were on the roof and we danced and performed. Then they took us by boat to Oshima. So anyway, so we got there and it was raining just like Hilo, and it looked very much like Big Island. The scenery, the foliage, the volcanoes, and they took us around and showed us parts of the island that were beautiful, and people were extra friendly. They were really, really warm. I got this on Oshima Island, and it's got the camellia. There were camellias everywhere. It was beautiful. So I had to have this. But these two things are very special. Yeah, very, very special. What a wonderful, wonderful experience. This is a real pleasure and honor to introduce the current Hilo High School Chorus of 2022 in a special performance.
Aloha, I am Jordan Nylander. I am a music teacher over at Hilo High School. This is the Hilo High School Chorus. We will be singing Sakura. Sakura is a Japanese folk song. It means cherry blossoms. Hope you enjoy.
Sakura, hope you liked our performance, and we look forward to welcoming you back to our school and our island.
大島ハワイ島姉妹島盟約60周年イエーイ。大島高校では私たち6人がハワイプロジェクトチームとして広高校と交流を深めています。これからますます大島とハワイ島の絆が強くなることを目指してさまざまな交流をしていこうと思います。これからの大島高校とハワイ島の交流にも注目してください。改めてこれからもよろしくお願いします。イエーイ。
1968 marked the 100th year anniversary of the arrival of the first Japanese immigrants to Hawaii. Then Oshima Mayor Ishii and other delegates came to Hawaii to commemorate the auspicious occasion. The shrine gate at Liliuokalani Gardens was gifted to Hawaii County as a token of the commemoration and friendship. In 1969, Mayor Shunichi Kimura, the first elected mayor of the county of Hawaii, took delegates from Hawaii Island to Oshima Island for its first goodwill visit, and for the next decade, Oshima Island continued to strengthen its bond with Hawaii Island through numerous goodwill visits. Mayor Dante Carpenter was the last mayor of Hawaii Island to ever pay a goodwill visit to Oshima in November 1987. In July 1992, Oshima Mayor Nagaharu Shimizu brought with him over 80 delegates from Oshima town to celebrate the 30th year anniversary of the sister city relationship. This stone monument was installed in commemoration of the event. More than 4 decades after the initial agreement was signed, Mayor Shizuo Fuji and other delegates from Oshima town came back to Hawaii Island to return the flag of the Kingdom of Hawaii, which was presented to Oshima during the signing of the agreement in 1962.
藤井静雄と言います。1999年から2011年まで大島町の町長をやらせていただきました。大島町が町になって町政50周年という式典を行いました。実はハワイ王朝の、王朝旗が、昔大島に寄贈されておりました。その寄贈されていた王朝旗が実は岐阜の明治村というところにハワイの教会を移設するという日本人の教会を移設するという時にオープンで貸してほしいということでお貸ししたんですけれども、何の違いがあったかなかなか返していただけなくて、今回ハワイ島を訪問する際に散々向こうと交渉をして大島に返していただき、それから日本人協会の方を通してハワイ島にお返しをしたのが印象に残っております。
On the 50th year anniversary of the sister city relationship in 2012, Miss Mayomi Gingo and Oshima local artist Zen Tanaka presented Mayor Billy Kinoy with a copper artwork to commemorate the important milestone.
The artist told me how he had to partially assemble the copper piece in the hotel room before bringing it over to the county building. He mentioned how many of the hands that took part in putting together this copper piece, including the mayor, had a part in putting together this piece of art.
Mayor Kinoy accepted the precious gift from the people of Oshima.
Aloha, aloha mai kako. To Mayor Masafumi Kawashima and all of the people of Oshima, Japan. It is our honor and privilege on this, the 50th anniversary of the celebration of our sister city relationship between Oshima Island and Hawaii Island. We are very honored, very privileged to call you our friends, to call you our neighbors, to call you our family. We have been privileged to have received the most beautiful gift that Hawaii Island has ever received from a sister city. Thank you so much to all of the people of Oshima Machi, Tokyo, Japan. God bless all of you. I hope your families and your communities and your government will be stronger and better tomorrow than it is today. Good luck. Aloha. Arigato gozaimasu.
Then, on October 16, 2013, disaster struck the island of Oshima. Heavy rainfall associated with Typhoon Wifa triggered numerous landslides. It destroyed forests, homes, buildings.
The mayor's office reached out to and worked with the Japanese Chamber of Commerce, the Japanese Association of Hawaii, and the Kona Japanese Civic Group, put together a fundraiser called Aloha Oshima. I believe we raised around $25,000. And again, this came from local business, individual donors, as well as the County of Hawaii.
A year later, in October 2014, then Managing Director Randy Kurohara traveled to Oshima to hand-deliver the funds on behalf of Mayor Billy Kinoi and the people of Hawaii Island.
I had the opportunity to get to meet the mayor, get to meet a lot of his cabinet members and people from the community. Part of the purpose of my trip was to present the funds that were raised and also to visit the site where the landslide had occurred to honor the families and the lives that were lost.
In 2017, the new mayor of Oshima, Mayor Toshihiro Mitsuji, visited Hawaii Island for the first time to commemorate the 55th year anniversary of the sister city relationship with Hawaii County.
Aloha, my name is Yukiko Saito. At first, I was asked to translate letters between both mayors of the capital of Hawaii and Oshima. After that, I accompanied Mayor Mitsuji when he visited the island of Hawaii for his first time. Now, I'm so honored to be a bridge between two islands. I felt that the people of Hawaii Island thought so much about Oshima. That was so impressive, and I was really moved to tears. And two islands looked very similar. So I think our sister city relationship must be fated.
Mayor Mitsuji had such a wonderful experience during his first visit that he came back 3 months later in February 2018 to attend the Waimea Cherry Blossoms Heritage Festival. He brought back with him the Anko, women in Oshima's traditional kimono, who performed during the festival.
Aloha! Aloha! 大島今、冬です。とても寒いです。でも、赤い椿の花が咲き、島中を賑わしております。私たちは、その折、島のあんこの踊りを披露させていただきました。皆様の優しい笑顔が今も思い出されます。世界中でコロナが蔓延しております。一日も早く収束をして、また青い空の下で皆様とお会いする日を楽しみに待っております。See you again. Mahalo.
Then in 2018, it was Hawaii Island's turn to experience a devastating disaster. Who could ever forget the Kilauea eruption?
Oshima Island was quick to respond by sending some monies to Hawaii Island to benefit the victims of the lava flow.
Acting as true siblings, Hawaii County and Oshima Town comforted each other during difficult times. But like any other family, there was a time when the relationship was put to a test.
So back in 2018, we heard that the relationship between the County of Hawaii and Oshima Island was in jeopardy because there was no sponsorship or hosting organization for them. Our relationship with them has grown over the years. So it made us really sad to think that this might not continue. As an organization, the executive board got together and we said, you know what, this is something that we could do. And we really felt like it was important for us to step up and take this role and make sure that this relationship doesn't go away. We took it to the board of directors and they approved it. After that, we took it to the mayor's office, basically told them, you know, we'd be more than happy to be the sponsoring organization of the County of Hawaii Sister City relationship with Oshima Island. The following year, in June, Mayor Mitsuji came for the first time. He was a new mayor and he came and signed that agreement.
Henceforth, the Japanese Chamber of Commerce in Oshima, Hawaii became the sponsoring agency. So yes, the sister relationship was intact, is intact, will be forever intact.
Past Japanese Chamber Presidents Dwayne Mukai and Tommy Goya helped host Mayor Mitsuji and the other Oshima delegation during their visit to Hawaii Island in 2017 and 2018.
In 2019, I had the opportunity to visit Japan, and what a perfect time to visit Izu Oshima Islands and to see our counterparts on the Big Island.
My memories of Oshima are many, and I'd like to begin with our trip on the ferry going over from Tokyo, which took an hour and a half, arriving there to see the dock full of people and a hula troupe waiting for the ship to arrive.
There must be somebody important on the ship. Is the President of the United States on the ship? Lo and behold, they were there to greet us. It was an amazing reception that I'll never forget. There were hula dancers. It was extravaganza. As we say in Japan, it was a wonderful matsuri.
My favorite part about the trip to Oshima was the friendly people that we saw along the way.
But what impressed me the most, or what I cherished the most, is that while I was there, this young girl walked up to me and presented me with a camellia flower that she made. Here is the camellia flower that was given to me by this very young girl. This is one of my most prized possessions that I have exhibited at my home.
This lei was presented to me then, and I keep it as a memento of my trip to Oshima Island.
It's a very sad farewell because we made very good friends and it was very difficult to leave. But as we got on the boat and as we waved goodbye, my two friends are running down the dock at full speed, waving goodbye, aloha, matane. That was something I'll never forget.
Aloha and konnichiwa. I'm Jane Clement, Sister City Protocol Officer for the County of Hawaii. Mayor Mitsuji, Mayor Roth, citizens of Oshima Town and County of Hawaii, I am excited to welcome you all to this celebration of the 60th year anniversary of Sister City relationship between the town of Oshima and the County of Hawaii. Today, we firmly reaffirm our commitment to our historic Sister City relationship and will continue to strengthen cooperation for the mutual prosperity and benefit of both our communities. It is now my pleasure to welcome the Mayor of Oshima, Mayor Toshihiro Mitsuji.
Aloha, 大島町長の三辻俊弘です。この度、ハワイ島大島姉妹島盟約60周年を迎えることができ、大変喜ばしい限りです。ハワイ島と大島は、今から60年前、大島町初代町長が当時の郡長をお招きし、初めてとなる姉妹島盟約を結びました。以来、大島からハワイ島への親善訪問、ハワイ島からフラチームや広高校の合唱団をお招きすると、さまざまな交流を重ね、親睦を深めてまいりました。60年という長きにわたり交流が続いておりますのは、これまで熱意と誇りを持って両党の友好関係を築いてこられた方々のご尽力のおかげであり、心から感謝と敬意を表します。これまで 大島町訪問団としては16回訪問させていただいております。そのうち私は2回伺っていますが、初めて訪問したのは2017年11月で名約55周年の時です。大島の伝統であるあんこさんと訪問しました。ハワイ島の皆さんはあんこさんの踊りや着物にとても興味を持たれていて、日本文化がお好きなんだなということが印象に残っています。その時にはハワイ島日系人協会主催の文化の日に参加し、パレードでは先頭に立たせていただき、ハワイ島の皆様の温かいおもてなしに大変感動いたしました。また2018年の2月には日系移民渡航150周年という記念の年にも訪問しましたが、その時は桜祭りに参加させていただき、群鳥と一緒に桜の木を植樹し、大島の郷土芸能であるアシタバ運動、参加者みんなで輪になり一緒に踊ったことが忘れられない思い出です。この60周年を機にこれまでつないできた絆をこの先も大切にし、ハワイ島と大島の友好関係がさらにより強い絆となりますよう心より願っております。これからも末永くどうぞよろしくお願いいたします。私たちはハワイ島の皆さんをいつでも心から歓迎いたします。
ありがとうございます、Mayor Mitsuji. And now it is my honor to introduce the Mayor of the County of Hawaii, Mayor Mitch Roth.
Aloha and konnichiwa. We are excited to join you for the celebration of our 60th anniversary as sister cities, bound by more than our names, which are both known as the Big Island or Oshima. We share much more in common. For instance, our commitment to global partnership, which has helped us to thrive for more than half of a century. I believe that together we can bolster our economies and strengthen our communities through tourism, trade, and cultural exchange. Our islands will always be open to you and your residents, and we hope the same continues to be true for us. Until then, we will anxiously await the return of travel so that we can come together to share ideas, talk about our struggles, and ultimately strengthen our relationship for decades more to come. From our big island to yours, aloha and a hui ho. Until we meet again, Jane.
Mahalo nui loa, Mayor Roth. Sponsoring organizations are the backbone of any sister city program. Oshima Town and Hawaii County are fortunate to have the support and cooperation of the Oshima Hawaii Friendship Association and the Japanese Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Hawaii. Please welcome the chairman of Oshima Hawaii Friendship Association, Mr. Masahiro Okayama, followed by Mr. Lincoln Ashida, president of the Japanese Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Hawaii.
Aloha、親善協会の会長を務めさせていただいています岡山です。よろしくお願いします。ハワイ島とのですね関係が僕の生まれた年から始まっております。そして今年で僕60になります。実はその始まった年にですね、私の父親もハワイ島の方へお邪魔させていただきました。ですから私で2代目になりますけれども、これからもですねハワイ島とですね大島がですねより仲良くですねより深く長くお付き合いできるように、そういう頑張りたいと思いますので一つよろしくお願いします。私趣味でですねウクレレを作ることをしてまして、こちらがですね大島の桜の木で作った ウクレレになります。あまり弾くのはうまくないんですけれども、作る方を一生懸命やってます。これからも皆さんよろしくお願いします。
Konnichiwa and aloha. My name is Lincoln Oshida, and I have the honor of serving as the president of the Japanese Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Hawaii. On behalf of the Japanese Chamber, we thank our friends from Oshima Island for 60 years of friendship, fellowship, and look forward to many more years of celebrating our cherished relationship. Oshima Island and Hawaii County were destined to be sister cities since they share so much in common. Both our beautiful islands share waterfalls, valleys, black sand beaches, and even an active volcano. Hawaii County was honored by Oshima Island's visit in 2012 to celebrate 50 years of friendship. Oshima Island's gift of copper art depicting a rainbow bridge between our cities remains one of our county's most valued treasures. And as true friends, Oshima Island and Hawaii County have been there for each other during the best of times and the worst of times. Who can forget the 2013 typhoon and the birth of Aloha Oshima, where many of our citizens rallied to send relief to our friends in Oshima Island. And Hawaii County will never forget the relief Oshima Island sent to our island to help our citizens who were displaced by the eruption of Kilauea volcano. The Japanese Chamber thanks the County of Hawaii and the leadership of Mayor Mitch Roth and Protocol Officer Jane Clement for allowing us to be a part of this historic celebration. To our friends in Oshima Island, we send you our warmest aloha. We join our hands and hearts in celebrating the first 60 years of friendship and look forward to many, many more years of fellowship. Aloha.
Mahalo. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much for your friendship and long-standing commitment to a better Big Island for the both of us. Our sisterhood has managed to span the course of many years and many miles. And today, we cannot help but feel closer than ever before. We believe that by working closely together, we can make large impacts for our islands, countries, and ultimately, the world. We can be a beacon of resilience, hope, and great resolve. Let today be a reminder of our past together as we set the tone to our future as sister cities. Until next time, ahuiho and sayonara. Aloha.